I'm going live. Going live in 3, going live in 2, going live in... Oh my gosh, I'm famous. We're all famous. How y'all doing?
Together.
How y'all doing? This is a VIP coaching stream. Welcome in if you don't know me. My name is Luke. Hi, nice to meet you. How are you? And today we're going to be doing some coaching. I have 4 or 5 replays in front of me. Let me show you guys what I have in front of me right now. Can you all see my screen? You can see my drawings, right? Everything?
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. I have a couple replays. As you guys know, we have the Clubhouse community, which we're in right now, which is the paid community with group classes and stuff. And there's a tier that you can upgrade to in this community. That's called VIP. And with the VIP tier, you get coaching from me as well as some of the other coaches. You get a taste of the one-on-one. I've got a couple replays that built up over the last week or so. So I appreciate y'all waiting for me. I usually like to wait until I get a couple of these to do them. Sometimes that means you submit it and then a bunch of other people submit them and then I catch them right away. I think I'm catching up after about a week. So I have one from Mr. Goose here. I got yours. I got one from AG, Agamemnon. I got one from Hunter Z from 10 days ago. Appreciate you waiting, Josh. I have one from Mox. That was a couple days ago. I have one from Hyper, aka Nova here. And then I'm caught up, I think. Yeah, and then I'm caught up. Mr. Cam here. Shout out Mr. Cam. For those of you guys who wonder if this stuff works, he says thank you for the advice. I did a session with him last week, and he hit his goal. His goal is to get to Champ 1 in 30 days, and he got it in 19 days. So, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Somebody in the Twitch chat is supposedly banned. I presume if you were banned for a good reason. So, I think you should think about your actions. But I love you. You can still view the stream.
Reflect.
You should reflect.
Yeah.
Who said reflect?
I did.
Thank you, Josh. So let me. I'm rounding up all your replays right now, and I need to dump the extra replays in my demos folder. So just give me a second to process all these, and then anybody who's here, I think Goose, Josh, I got you all on the chat. I will check out your replays first, and then anybody who is not here yet, I'll give them a little bit of time to roll in, and then obviously if they don't catch it, we'll just send them recordings. The way this works is everybody can see the coaching session, so it's just a vault here. We actually publish these, so whether or not you're in the Clubhouse, you can watch the recordings. We duplicate these over to the free Discord. Obviously, the free Discord has a lot. Make sure you right-click every server that I run and hit Show All Channels. This doesn't actually do anything other than helping make sure you see everything because we upload a lot of stuff. Like we actually upload all these coaching recordings here, so we have, as you can see, a library of them already up. And so whether or not you're in the Clubhouse, if you join the Rocket League Academy, which is the first link down below, you'll get access to this stuff too. So that's kind of cool. But in any case, let's get through the replays. We'll check out whoever's here first. I think, yeah, we'll go through Josh. I'll go through your submissions, oldest to newest. I think Josh, you had the oldest submission. That's Hunter Z. And then Goose, you had a recent one. So we'll check out yours. And Hyper, yours might have been the oldest too. So I'll check out Hyper, then Hunter Z, then Mr. Goose. That's my plan.
I was going to say, Luke, if it makes it easier, I can't stay for the whole thing. I got to dip here in a minute. I just wanted to pop in. So if you want to do mine last since everyone else is here first, whatever works easier for you.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Jump in, say hi for the time being. Got some stuff I got to get done today.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll check out yours then, and we'll just, as always, we send the recordings to these within a day or two. We'll get you all the recordings of your session.
Sweet.
So, yeah. Appreciate you guys. Let's do it then. I think first we'll check out Mr. Nova, aka Hyper, and then we'll check out you, Goose. That sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's good.
I'm checking out Restream. I'm trying to see if all the chats go through. Blessed, Ben Hardsuck, that, Blaze Dash. Please go through. I'm trying to see if all the chats go through. I have this one, which is a Restream chat box, and then I have one that's Streamlabs. I don't know if Streamlabs picks up all the places I'm streaming. We're streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and whatever. Are these chats the same? Are they showing all the same? Sometimes they do be a little slow. All right, tell me if the chat box on the left or the right is working better. I will need y'all's help on that one, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. But let's get into the replays. Let's see if I have them all. Do I have them all in here? Lost in the Sauce, 2v2, Goose and Rubes, Hunter Z, and one that's unnamed. All right, this will be a fun process of figuring out who's who. We'll start with yours, Nova. Nova, are you in the chat?
Yeah, I'm there.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna read out what you told me, and then feel free to add anything. I see that you said your problem is mainly consistency on the mechanics when needed. And sometimes I make the wrong decisions. However, in the past week, I went from Diamond 3 to Champ 2. That's awesome. I don't have any specific training routine at the moment. My goal is to say high champ without falling out. I want to comfortably play in these lobbies, and within 90 days, I want to be a solid Champ 3 player. I'm unsure of what I'm doing right as wrong as I fall consistently in and out of Champ into Diamond, most likely improving my mechanics and better decisions. Sometimes I end up spinning multiple times in the same area, like driving circles, as I'm unsure what to do based on my teammate's position. Okay. I think you sent me 2 replays, Mr. Hyper. Is there one in particular you want me to look at? Anything you want to add there?
Yeah, I mean, I did one with Freaky. I'll probably do the other one. I'm not sure which one it is, though.
Okay. Okay. I won't know what it is, but maybe you can guide me. I'm trying to get everybody's replay in here if I don't have it already. All right, we'll see if all these replays are in here now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know which one is you, but let's check. Is it Lost in the Sauce? No. What is your tag in game? And do you prefer Nova or do you prefer?
No, it's not this one.
Hyper, not this one. Okay, this is Mox. It looks like I'm gonna rename.
Might
this.
be an unnamed one, but I'm sure.
This is Mox. Okay, let's check out 1. This is Hyper Novex. Do you know if this is the one?
Yeah, this is me.
Do you want me to check out this one or do you want me to check out the other one? Do you know?
The other one, yeah, not this one.
Not this one. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this one then. I'm gonna check out this one. The one in the yellow car?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen this one yet.
This is, I'll rename this one. So this is Hyper. Would you prefer Hyper or Nova?
Hyper, I guess. I don't know. Still the same.
I have a Corey says, good content. Also, thanks for making my ranked games harder. Now I'm playing against people that are good because of you. That's great. I appreciate it. Good comment. Based comment. I'm trying to... Okay, I'm testing the chat on the left or the right. Y'all gotta let me know which chat you like more. The one says where it's coming from, Facebook. The other... I don't know if it picks up everything or not. I think it is. I feel like it's missing some messages, though. Yeah, I think the one on the left is missing the Twitch chat messages. So I think I like the one on the right better. So I'm gonna mute that one. I think the restream one's better. That makes sense. Let me know if y'all like this chat more. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a streamer. Okay. Hyper, are you ready to learn ball? Are you ready to learn ball? Familiar with ball? No? Is that enough?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Hyper, this is in a Champ 2 lobby, yeah? And you're playing with your friend Linguini here? No, Casey Wolf against Lanucci. And you just want to learn ball. Anything about ball. You said decision-making mechanics. You want to learn how to be a high champ player, correct?
Yeah. I mean, Freaky, on the first replay, Freaky pretty much went over how my rotation is pretty much rubbish, so...
So your rotation is rubbish, according to Freaky?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, he might know what he's talking about.
Yeah, explained it quite well.
Okay. Well, let's check this out then. So... You're playing 2s here. Are you solo queuing? Yeah, you're solo queuing. So this guy we don't know. So you're moving around here. You're rotating through the middle of the play. A little confusing. I'll try to just basically give you any tips that I can as we go. And if you have questions at any point, just stop me. I'm gonna spend about 20 minutes on the replay, and then I'll spend like 5-10 minutes on any homework for you. Okay? That's usually how I like to do these. So you're champ 2 in this?
Yeah.
Moving through the play here. Ball goes to your teammate. This is nice that you're shutting down. You're supporting him. You're going to grab this boost, come across the field. Playing on good boost here. You're positioning to the left. Ball's going to come to you here. You're going to respect his touch a little bit. Nice. You get an opening here. You play this ball forward. Your patience here is quite good. I'm going to put this on slow-mo to help our thought process a little bit. So you're supporting your teammate well here. I like that you're on the left side of the field rather than the midfield, because then you can support when your teammate gets kind of beat here. So this is good. The ball's going to come up, and you're going to decide not to challenge. I think you had an opportunity to challenge right here. I think when he hits this ball up, if you jump right now, you're first. So I would have recommended you went there. Yes, sorry?
I thought because my teammate was back, I'll just play it safe and wait for him to get a touch, and then I'll challenge.
Yeah, that's an okay default thought process. But remember that the best way to stall the opponents is to hit the ball over their head. So if you beat them to it, that's a better way to stall than letting them have a chance, right?
Yeah.
If you have a free beat. So if you have a free beat, I would take it. I understand the thought process of like you see your teammate up, so now you're like, okay, I'm going to play defensive, which is not a bad thought process, but you shouldn't. That doesn't mean don't take a free ball, right?
Yeah.
So you end up letting him make his touch. He doesn't make the best touch here. So this is a throwaway touch. They can't hit this. What I would like to see you do here is chip this ball up without flipping. If you can boost out and catch this ball and chip it up, you can then start a ground air dribble. If you can turn a little bit faster with power slide. So if you start turning with power slide here and full boosting, you can hit that ball without having to jump. And then you can sort of ground air dribble it, which I think is a better play.
Yeah.
Excellent player at doing this is apparently Jack. I put a clip of him in the wins the other day because I watch a lot of his.
I already watched that.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about then. You know this.
Yeah.
You know, somewhere up here. Look at all these wins. Look at all these rank ups. That's kind of cool. Geez, there's so many rank ups. I can't even find the clip I shared with y'all. Well, in theory, I sent y'all a clip somewhere, but you guys have been ranking up. So good. Yeah, Jack is really good at these. So we want to chip the ball up in the air and then start an air dribble. We don't want to flip because by flipping here into the ball, we now can't follow it, and he's going to get a touch. He's going to get a potential save touch, which he makes a good touch. It goes to the corner. You can't really play that. It bounces up. Good read. Kind of turn back. Now we're using boost. So yeah, we just want to get a better setup touch there. Good example of a pack where you can practice these setups, these chip setups, as well as these other setup, as well as these other ground air dribbles. This is very important in Champ. Let me show you. The pack I'm going to take you to is. Where's Dribble Gym? Found it. So this pack is called the Dribble Gym. It's a very good pack for this. And we can practice our chip up setups. Ground to air. Ground to air. But the specific shot you had, that I will show you, is the bounce to air dribble setup. Let me show you the bounce to air dribble setup. So we want to find one that's bouncing. These are okay chances, but these aren't going to bounce. These are going to expire before they bounce. So like this shot. If you flip this away before you chip, like this, now it delays our follow-up, which is kind of what you did in the game. Like you hit the ball, you went like this. Excuse me. You hit the ball, you didn't miss it. You went like this, and then you tried to chase it and follow it. But that touch is really too heavy. If somebody's shadowing you, they will always stop you here. Right after you get this touch, they'll make that save, which he did. This isn't bad, but on these setups, if we can, we want to make this chip touch up, and this is actually too heavy. And you want to fly after. Let me give myself unlimited boost. That ain't it. Limited boost. So on a shot like this, the one in the game was low bouncing, so you can make that touch without it flying away. This pack specifically, this ball is flying way too far away, so it's actually better to take off with the ball. So here you want your second jump to be your contact, rather than a lot of people make the mistake of trying to chip this ball from the ground. You can get that chip I just got. It's very challenging to do, and I would say it's less consistent than just jumping with the ball. Jumping with the ball gives you more room for error. So I would recommend doing more of that jump takeoff approach. But you could practice this ground chip. It's just very precise, and you will hit a lot of duds like I did there. That will happen a lot to you. So there are a lot of ways you can miss this timing. There I finally got a perfect one, but it's still hard to create from. So the best takeoff is 2 jumps. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would recommend some sort of approach like this. Now on the low bouncers, I want to give you a low bouncer here. So like on a low bouncer here, you would like hit the ball once and then power slide and chip it up. That's a little bit more similar to what you were doing in game. I wish we had one that was rolling slightly at us. These are all wall setups. I don't know if this pack will have them for us. I mean, this shot is really like, shot is somewhat similar to it. Probably the better way to practice this is to just go into free play. So those high bouncers are good in the dribble gym, but if you just use the down command and then the right command on your joystick, you can practice these, which is kind of what you had in your game, where you just do one pop up, and we're trying to time the bounce of the ball, so we hit the ball as it's rising. That gives it that pop, and then we can jump up and float behind it. And the key here is we have to hit the ball as it's rising to give it that pop there. And then we're maxing both of our jumps to carry the ball, trying to hit under the ball. If you do, if you go too early, it looks like this. You just hit the ball forward. And you can kill the bounce very easily if you go too early, like this. That was actually good. If you go a little too early, like that, you'll kill the bounce. And if you go too late, you'll miss the bounce entirely. All right, so you have to hit it right after it bounces as it goes up. It's actually harder to do the higher the ball is, the faster it's falling, but here you can get it pretty predictably. And then you can go for air dribbles, resets, whatever you want to go for. So I'd say this is a good drill for you to practice. Just bounce it, try to get that chip. You'll see I'm even messing it up. I usually will take off with the ball, but if you want to practice your chip setups for the balls that are low to the ground, this is definitely a viable play once you get consistent with it. So it's just personal preference there. I almost always will double jump, even on these setups. I find it more forgiving if you have boost. But a couple different ways you can score these. Any questions on scoring these?
No, it's all good.
These are all good drills for you to practice. We were playing horse last night in the community, and I called out, everybody knows how to do this shot. So I called out ground to air dribble 3 touches, and they're like, and everybody hit it. We had like 5 or 6 people in the lobby that were all like champ, grand champ. But then I called out carry to air dribble, like this one, 3 touches, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. So I wouldn't make you do the carry to air dribble yet. Start with the bounce to air dribble. It's more forgiving. Somebody says he could have just shot and scored. I don't think so. That's what he tried to do in game, and it gave the ball away. So we'll go back to your game hyper. But on these low bouncing balls, you can definitely use that controlled chip up approach, and you can get a nicer touch here. If you power slide, let that bounce, get that one chip into the air, and then follow the air dribble. When you hit it away like that, obviously they get a touch. So anyways, that's what we were describing. We'll keep watching, yeah? Let's keep watching with the drawing. So now the ball's going to move into the corner because you throw it away, and he's going to get a save. It's going to roll up the wall. Good discipline to leave. I would be turning in aggressively here and playing the ball. I think once again you're first, but we're turning away from the ball by default. I think you're actually first to that ball. You hesitate, and then you have to let them go, and now you really don't have a touch, so now you need to leave. So you have kind of 2 openings here. So this here, when it bounces up, turn left, go. You have the ball here. It's actually yours. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you had the ball there. I think an important thing to remember, this happened twice now in your replay hyper, is when the ball is bouncing in your direction and you and the opponent are equidistant, right? So you and the opponent are the same distance from the ball, but the ball is traveling towards you. So here, there's this much distance between him, this much, it's about the same, but the ball is bouncing to the right. You're going to be first. So you have to remember these advantages that you have. You're kind of giving up your advantage, which is very similar to the previous play when he right here hits the ball at you and you go, I'm scared. It looks like he's closer, But remember, it's coming to you, so you're actually first, and you gave up your advantage in this play as well. So it's important to recognize that sort of speed tactic in Rocket League. Whichever way the ball's moving, all else equal, that person's going to be first. Does that make sense? So we have to recognize when we're first. Sounds like you're clocking this. After this touch gets hit, I would just full leave here, jump, wave dash, give up the ball. Let your teammate go. The longer you stay here, the harder it is for your teammate to go. You're not maximizing your recovery. Here, I think you're playing a little too close to the ball to make anything meaningful. You need to full leave. So here, you can back up right now and try to half flip this ball into the corner. If you can get a beat on this guy, great. You could back up, half flip, try to hit that ball back. Apart from that, I would be full leaving. Any touch other than that, I would leave for teammate. The quicker you leave for teammate, the easier it is for him to go. As long as you're sitting here, he can't go. But if he sees you leaving, he will go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you need to get out of the way. When you don't have a good touch, GTFO. Capiche?
Yeah.
Yep. And here you're just playing too close to the play to get any sort of meaningful touch. You'd have to bang there. Okay, we're going to finally leave here. We're going to go back wall catch. Hit this ball a little further away. We try to use the recoveries to catch back up. We really want to control this ball and keep it on the left side of the field. So when you're looking at this play and you're moving back, notice how as this ball goes to the right, where's the defense turning and jumping?
All right.
Right. So if we have our choice, would we rather take the ball to the right or the left?
How would you take a ball like that to the left? It's going so fast.
How? You catch it on the backboard with the back of your car. So the way that you do that is, I'll show you in free play here. Which way the ball's moving is not important if you know how, which way the ball's moving is not important if you know how to catch the ball. So where you catch the ball on the backboard will determine where it goes. If I catch it in the front of my car here, yes, it goes forward. Okay, so that's what you did in the game. That makes sense? Same position here. I'm going to catch it on the back of my car. It goes back that way. Let me show you a different example. Go up here, I drive ahead of it, get it back there, and now I wave dash down. Make sense?
Yeah.
So if you have a ball that's high and you catch it on the top of your car, you can start an air dribble. Take this ball down the field. If you want to take it across, yes, you could absolutely take this ball across. You catch it on the front of your car, and then you chase it down like you did here. And you can start an air dribble this way. Could start something on that side of the field. But it's all dependent on where you catch the ball in your car. Now, if I see two orange players running over to that corner, to the opposite side of the field, and the ball's coming at me, I will opt to take the ball away from the defense. So if the defense is to my right, I'll try to catch it behind me and get a setup on this wall. Both work, but you have to understand that when you're taking the ball to open space, if you take the ball away from the opponents, you're going to have more time to set up a play than if you take the ball at the opponents. So if my opponents are to the right and I take it here, I'm going to have to be jumping and taking a 50 now at this point in time. So it's just read the defense, and hopefully that helps you understand how you can catch the ball in the back of your car or anywhere to get a setup.
Yeah. I can't believe I know, like, there's that. As in, you can catch it on the back and then it'll just...
It'll stay there. It's a little confusing, but once you get a hang of this, it will be very helpful. You can just use, I'm using the left command in free play, catching the ball in the back of my car, and I'm using air roll and wave dashes to recover. And you can also practice catching in front of your car. Right, take the ball away. So these backboard scenarios are super valuable to practice, and you can practice them just in free play using the principles I outlined. Any questions?
Oh, I got it.
Capiche. All right, hopefully that was helpful. Back to the game. We got 14 people in the YouTube chat. Let's go. We got 4 on Facebook. Woohoo! Shout out my 4 Facebook viewers. Appreciate you guys. One of them is Corey James. He's still here. So yeah. So in this position, you want to run up the wall and catch it on the back of your car. But you have to be speedy in order to do this. You have to recognize this ball's going up, run up the backboard quickly, or jump up to the backboard and get the catch. So I'm conscious how that can be difficult if you don't make the decision immediately. Otherwise, you will get stuck behind the ball, like in this position. Ball gets hit up. We kind of go for a no-look jump. This is very dangerous. Yeah, you're scored on. What are we going for here? Walk me through kind of what's going through your head in this play.
No, I mean, I just assumed that the guy on full boost, the second blue man, was going to try and take a shot, so I just started to get out the goal line.
Yeah. So I understand that concern, but we have to always be looking at where everybody in the lobby is facing. If you watch this play back, after you land here, we're kind of panicked, right? We're nervous. Our teammate's here. We see this blue guy on the ball, Lenuji. You see him? This ball goes this way. Lenuji now can't hit it. He's tumbling into your wall. Okay, so Lenuji's out of the play. We have to recall, where was his teammate a second ago? Grabbing boost and turning which way? Which way is he turning?
Looks like it's coming towards me, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can't see it on your monitor. He's turning away. He's turning away. This guy in the back is facing his net right now. I don't know if you can see this, but he's facing back. So he's actually not in a position to follow this up. You are panic jumping here when he's not there yet. You have time to let it bounce and then cut. But because you panic and think he's closer than he is, he gets a goal. So this comes back to keeping tabs on the opponent. And recognize, like, it's hard to focus on here, but you need to recognize that blue guy is too far away to shoot. You can let it bounce off the wall. Let it hit one bounce off the ground. Bounce. One. Let it bounce again. Or catch it and cut it. You know, catch, quick flick. Catch, double jump, pop. You have 2 touches on this ball before you're challenged. Questions on that?
No.
So remember to keep tabs on the opponent. You had a catch and then a flick, or a catch and a pop, or a catch and ground air dribble. But yeah, we just panic. We give him a shot in the box, and yeah. Not even a very good shot, but he scores. So far, it's our touches on the ball. Could be a little more precise. Oh, speaking of, feels bad. Bottom right.
Yeah. What a shot.
What a shot. Happens.
Yeah, I don't know. My teammate just didn't say anything, and then just, I don't know, didn't go for the move. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unlucky. It just doesn't go, and then it just lands right on you. Feels bad. So yeah, make sure you're taking in all that info on your screen. Here we're going to cheat. Move back. The ball's here. I would go back post here. After your teammate doesn't go here, jumping and hitting the ball high into your corner is not a bad idea. I would probably make a touch on that ball. I don't like leaving it in the midfield because that basically lets him go get boost, and then the blue guy go get boost. You're letting him go get boost and then come back around, right? You're letting Lenuji here grab boost and then come play this ball. When it bounces up, I would just slap it high into your corner, like high and slow, if that makes sense. Hit it with the top of your car, make a soft touch back to your teammate. So this guy doesn't get a free ball, right? Don't want to leave the ball in the midfield there. Here, you can just jump and hit it high. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Use that boost to get a touch that's just anywhere up here. Anywhere up there. Because they can't really create from there, and your teammate will then be first to the ball instead of the opponent being first to the ball. Don't want to give up the ball for free in the midfield like that. He doesn't go for the best attack, and your teammate recovers well, but yeah, you got to be careful. Whoa. Yeah, so we can't just be leaving the ball here. I understand the boost, but if you...
it didn't look like anyone was going to go for it, so...
Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's going to go for it right now, but then you let him go, right?
Yeah.
I actually see him turning, so but I would just slam the ball over his head. A lot of the time, we are leaving ball, not recognizing we're first, turning away, giving them a lot of scoring opportunities. And eventually, that pressure is going to build on you. So this is a classic example of, like, you're going for boost over ball. But you have to understand that if you hit the ball right here, boom, you clear it, you will be gathering boost on your way up the field. You will get to 50, 60, 70 boost just by getting a clear. Every time you get a clear in Rocket League, you win boost.
Yeah.
So it's just an order there. By going for the boost, you give up the ball, but if you hit the ball forward, then you have time to get the boost. We have 22 YouTube viewers. Peak. Get to class, everyone. It's a school day. What are you doing? So yeah, biggest concerns right now are leaving ball, not getting the touches that we want, controlling the ball. Here you're getting challenged. Yeah, like I just don't like leaving the ball continuously and just get like, here, have a setup, right?
I hit it so he doesn't have a good setup, but I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't give him a great setup. He has a setup. He has the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You didn't give him a great setup, but yeah, I just don't love in general just leaving the ball again. Like here, I would stay on the ball, right? Keep dribbling it, flick it over him, take it up the wall. I just don't like leaving ball this much. You're probably okay with doing this in Diamond, but the reason you're hitting a wall is because when you leave the ball and you give the opponents chances, low-ranked players don't score chances. High-ranked players score chances. So you will hit a wall if you play like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mistake from earlier. What was the mistake you made earlier when it came to...
No awareness.
Right, awareness of where the opponents are. Watch this with me.
Yeah.
One guy is blue here, one guy is blue here. You see that? So we have 2 blue players on our screen. Ball gets hit forward here. Double tap into your corner. You're moving into the corner, playing the ball. This is good. Very good positioning. You're pressuring the ball. Your teammate should not be turning. Your teammate should be playing back. That's fine. Ball gets hit forward. The opponent probably went for mid boost. Oh my gosh, where is he? He's facing back here. Yeah, he's not here. He just showed himself on your screen. After this ball gets hit here, you have time to cut. You see him here.
Yeah.
It's only a split second, but you see him. And we kind of just panic and flip. Good control of the ball. But yeah, just be careful about, like, here, just catch the ball, keep it in front. If he challenges you, you low 50. This is actually a good touch out to the midfield. I thought you were going to get rid of the ball. But this is good. This is good. You did a good job. You keep it close enough. A little scary if he was positioned better to give him the ball. Good follow-up. Almost a finish. Just got to commit to this confidently. We just slam the brakes and our shot is weak. Right. We got to slow down earlier and then speed up. But good bump on him. Good moving for the ball. Once again, I think you had an opening. You actually missed it here now that I watch back. Here, opening. The ball is closer to him. But who is it moving towards?
Well, if I now go for that ball, yeah, I'm probably not going to get a good hit. And it's just going to go straight to the opponent behind him.
Yeah, so that is a different question than if you should go for the ball. So what you're saying is, yes, I understand, Luke, I'm first to the ball here, but if I hit the ball, I'm just going to get a bad hit and it's going to go to his teammate, right?
Yeah.
So the problem you need to solve is, how do I get a good first touch, not how do I not go in the first place? Does that make sense?
It's a much higher chance to be a bad hit since I'm going to be trying to beat him rather than actually focusing on getting a good hit.
Well, you do both. So it sounds like when I hear things like, and then by the way, that's a totally valid concern, Hyper. When I hear, I agree I should go, but if I go, I get a bad touch, then you need to solve the problem. So the answer is you do need to go to be first because you're first to the ball. But the problem is, let me play this back, but the problem is you're scared that you'll recenter. So the ball goes here, recenters double. You don't go because you're scared you'll get a bad touch, so you let him continue to play the ball for the midfield. You don't end up getting punished here. You end up being fine. But the more effective play is to beat him to the ball and get a touch that you can follow up. So the more effective play, when you know you need to jump, is to get a touch on the ball, but not give it to the opponent. So we're going to go into Super Glue here. This is Super Glue by Coach Torment. Super Glue by Coach Torment, former world champion. And so what the issue you're describing is I need to jump for the ball in the corner, but I'm scared of giving it back to them. Right, Luke? This is what you're saying? I'm scared of doing this and then giving it to them. So what you need to work on here is how do I hit the ball with my wheels in such a way that I can follow? Or, you know, let me show you a different example. How do I... Here... Like, this is an example of how do I get a touch with wheels that I can then drop down and follow. Like, how do I get a touch with my wheels here that I can then drop down and follow? These aren't the best examples, but let me go to the corner. I'm going to try to put myself in the corner again for you. Where's a corner scenario? We need a corner scenario. This is okay. Like, you know you need to jump, but you're just scared of getting beat. Like, yeah, like this shot on net is a classic example of, like, that's not a bad touch if you hit the ball up. But yes, if you hit the ball like this, you might give it to them. So we need to practice hitting, and none of these shots are exactly what I want. I think this is the closest one. You're scared of like, okay, I jump Luke, but then I hit it off the sidewall, and then it goes back to the middle, and they score. So you need to get a touch that you can then follow and play up the wall. You can do this via a drop touch. So one way is drop touch. You jump, you hit the ball down with your wheels, and then you follow. That's one way to get a beat in these scenarios. Or you can do a wall stop. A wall stop is you hit the ball up, and then you land on the wall, and you chase it up here. And which maneuver you do is kind of based on where the defense is, how much time you have, and how much boost you have. So the wall stop is hitting the ball under to go high, and then they can't challenge you here. A drop touch is a little faster or slower, but they can challenge if they're on the ground. So it kind of just depends on where the defense is. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
So I guess the lesson I'm trying to give is you're correct that if all you can do in this position is hit this, don't jump, because then you're just giving them a free shot. But the goal is that if you want to get to a Grand Champ level, your touches have to be more precise. That makes sense?
Possible, so I'm able to stay close to it. Yeah.
Say again? Say again?
I have to touch the ball in a way that I'm able to stay close to it.
Exactly right. You want to learn how to touch the ball in a way that you can stay close to it. And I'll show you another pack very quickly. This expands on this idea. This is a short one. It's called Multi-Touch Training by Shock. He's my coach. He's another former pro, North American pro. And he described to me when I hit Grand Champ, he said, Luke, you need to be able to get multiple touches on the ball. Because my problem was the ball kept coming to me, and I would say the same thing that you said, Hyper, and I would say, I don't know how to get a good touch, Shock. All I'm doing here is booming it to the opponents, and then they're getting the ball for free. And he was like, yes, well, you need to learn how to create better touches. And so like this shot, you can hit up to the wall and follow. This shot, you could hit under and go high. Right? This shot, you know, what a low rank player does is they do this. They hit it off the ceiling, and then the guy gets a shot on them, right? And you're scored on. What a high rank player does is they get a soft touch into their corner. They follow it. You know, they get another touch, and I'm not the best at this. I apologize, but they'll get a soft touch into their corner. They'll play it further, and they're staying behind the ball the whole time. So yeah, your rank will directly correlate with your ability to get more controlled touches on the ball. So you have to be able to not just hit this ball away every time you get it, but I don't know, here to be able to create maybe a double tap. I'm using a lot of boost, so this isn't a great example, but or your ability to get a ceiling touch. So you could hit this ball up into the ceiling and then try to go again. Or these, like, you know, you hit one off the wall, then you hit it again. My examples aren't the best, but you get the concept. We need to create multiple controlled touches on the ball.
Yeah.
Whether that's passes, whether that's saves, and then getting more. Whether that's hitting it off the wall and then playing it down the field. Whether that's... I think this shot, Shock wants you to go for a ceiling double. Off ceiling. And then double, probably. Hit it into the ceiling. And then get some sort of play on the ball. Yeah. Maybe get a reset and then some sort of play on the ball. All different ideas of what you could do. Right? Ceiling. Shot. So yeah, you get the idea. We need to be able to create multiple controlled touches on the ball. Cool. So I think I've given you a couple things to work on. Your creativity, with your touches. You're leaving, supporting your teammate. We talked about a little bit. We talked about leaving the ball is a bad habit. We need to learn how to control the ball so we're not leaving it, right, for the opponents. I would wager a big reason you are struggling the higher rank you get is because you have this play style. At least from what I see. This may be different in other games, but there's a play style here of leaving the ball for the opponent and hoping that they don't convert their chance. Right? That makes sense? There's a play style here of leaving the opponent the ball and then hoping they don't do anything good with it. Right? So yeah, we'll stop the analysis about halfway through. Your touches aren't bad. We just need to finish. Expand, create multiple touches, and just improve our impact on the ball. All things you can control. All things you can control. Good touch. Don't quite get what we want. Good patience. Good beat. Bump this guy. Nice. Nice peek. You're playing solid hyper. Hopefully that was a good discussion. Hopefully some of those things landed with you. Any follow-up questions to any of those?
No. That's pretty much it.
Does that build on kind of what Freaky was telling you too? Does that feel like it goes somewhat together?
Yeah, I mean, he said like in the replay I showed him, he said most of the, pretty much all the goals they scored in us was just because I couldn't play properly, like in terms of rotation, far side and play side. Like I didn't know what it was, so.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good. We will send you notes in the next day or so in your chat channel. Hopefully that gives you plenty of things to work on. You should be busy. Thanks for submitting, Hyper.
Thanks so much, I really appreciate it. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Mr. Hyperman. Hypernova. We'll go on to the next replay. I think Hunter Z said you want to go down, so Goose, we'll check yours next if you're here. Mr. Goose. I've invited you to speak. Yes, the Goose King.
Yes, sir.